Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. So what do we have here? During the Asian session we got data from Australia. CPI is up from 2.1% to 3.2%, and on the yearly measure is up from 0.7 to 1.3%. GDP in Sweden up from 0.5 to 1.1%. We are still waiting for the German 10-year bond auction. This one is scheduled for this at 11:30. Good trade balance and the retail inventories excluding auto are scheduled for this at 1:30. Those data are from US. Bank of Canada interest rate decision together with the monetary policy report and the rate statement will take place today at 2:45 o'clock. The market participants expect Bank of Canada to cut the interest rate from 2.50% to 2.25%. New home sales in USA are scheduled for release at 3 o'clock, and pending home sales data are scheduled for release at 3 o'clock. 30 minutes later, we got Bank of Canada press conference. Crude oil inventories are scheduled for release at 3:30 together with the cash in crude oil inventories. The main event of today is of course the Fed interest rate decision and the FOMC statement and the press conference. The market participants expect American Fed to cut the interest rate from 4.25 to 4%. So very busy day today. Plenty of the data was published already, and we are waiting for the very major events in form of the Bank of Canada interest rate decision and the American Fed interest rate decision. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We start with euro dollar. So the 4-hour time frame chart of the euro dollar is actually moving lower down towards the 100 periods moving average 1.1629. Nevertheless, if you take a look here, you can see that the volatility is very low. Local high 1.1669, local low 1.1626, so it's like a 43, not even 45 pips. So it all means that the market is waiting for the interest rate decision. Will Fed deliver or not? Most likely, it looks like the market participants want the Fed to deliver, so the market will be selling euro and buying dollar, because dollar will be cheaper from 4.25 to 4%. So that situation might be a little bit understandable. Let's take a look at the Australian dollar after the data. So after the data, Australian dollar is climbing higher. The next technical resistance is located here. Very important level. Let me just make it a little bit thicker so you can see, guys, how it works. It used to be here, then it was violated, then it was tested, then it was tested, and then market went lower. So that's the major event right now on this chart. 6,631. Any breakout would likely give us an attempt to rally towards 6,709 pips. Nevertheless, please look here. The market conditions are already extremely overbought, so we should expect some sort of the pullback. Where are the supports? Well, the major support is located roughly around here, and obviously there is one more technical support at least, which is of course the swing low, which is located here. So all of these situations might be very helpful for the traders. Local technical support roughly around somewhere around here, I think 6,562 for the support. Pullback is being expected on the Australian dollar. British pound is back down below the low of the wave Y, and it develops the wave Z just as we expected before. So right now there is a target for the wave to the downside, 1.3140. We should expect the market to hit this level. We almost hit the extremely oversold conditions, so there is a very little room down there on the other side. Nevertheless, because of this bearish pressure, it looks like the market wants to cover this. How much it is? 3140, roughly around less than 80 pips to the downside, and then possibly there are some signs on the chart saying that maybe this correction will be done then, right? 1.3248 is now the technical resistance for the British pound bulls, and this is the major level that needs to be violated, and the rest of the levels are here on the chart. So let's take a look at the US dollar versus the Japanese yen, because this everything today is about the Fed interest rate decision. Not much is going on here. Local low 151.56. We are sitting just at the 100 periods moving average. Very limited, as you can see, range, limited volatility. Momentum is neutral, but it was a little bit negative not that long ago, and there is still gap to be filled here. US dollar versus the Canadian dollar before the interest rate decision. Finally, the technical support has been violated. 1.3985 is now technical resistance, together with the 1.3975. We are moving lower, down towards the level of this is 1.3890. So that's the next target ahead of the interest rate decision. Not much can be said about this situation here. Of course, we got the range low and the major technical support obviously at the very low 1.372026, and we got the major swing high, so the range high at 1.40.79. Nevertheless, for now we are neither close to the swing high or not to the swing low, especially with the almost extremely oversold market conditions. How about the gold market? The gold market hit our target, which was the technical support at 3,888, and now it's bouncing higher towards back towards the level of 4,000 ahead of the Fed. We hit extremely oversold conditions. Now the market is trying to move higher back on again. So the situation on the gold market looks right now rather positive, but it looks still like a pullback, right? Please remember that from the swing high at 4,373 towards the swing low at 3,886, there is roughly around 10% correction. So hefty correction on gold. And now, last but not least, the Bitcoin. Bitcoin awaits the market data as well, especially the Fed interest rate decision, which is why it trades just below the supply zone, waiting for the data. Local low was made at 112,106, but this is only roughly kind of a negative neutral level on the momentum. We are still above the 100 periods moving average. So right now it's a little bit of the calm before the storm will be released at the 8 o'clock today because of the Fed's interest rate decision, and we shall wait for this decision and then analyze the market yet again tomorrow after the decision is done, and we have another few weeks of for this few weeks of time for this news to be digested by the market participants. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.